Hi. Welcome back to the Ghosty Girls. I am Alicia.
I'm Christina. I don't know why we just stared at each other for like a couple of seconds. It was a little awkward.
We knew who was going to do the
we just like
intro. We were like, hey,
looked at each other like,
girl, hey. It was a loving look. It's fine.
It was a loving look.
See, and as I'm moving around, not talking into my mic because I'm super good at this.
We just had a little lecture about this.
I know, I'm the worst.
Talk into your mic.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So I'm going to get right into this one.
Oh,
as
okay.
one does. Or do you? Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Did you just like whip your mic all the way around? It was like a Exorcist Reagan style. It was like,
it was. Actually, I kind of like it like that. Can you hear me? Great.
Yeah.
We're going to find out.
I know, right?
That being said, I always preface the episodes that I do with how I found the story.
Yes, you do.
You also know my birthday just passed. I'm officially 22 times 2. It's
That's
fine.
So crazy.
I know. Jack surprised me and took me to the Cape May. So if you drive to the Delaware beaches, which is closer for us than Cape May, you can get on the Cape May Lewis ferry.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fun. And you drive your car on.
Yeah, that's cool. That's how it's like in the Outer Banks, too, when you go to Ocracoke Island.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yes, you drive your car right onto the ferry, and then they take you over to Ocracoke, and it's really cool.
You want to say that 5 times fast?
Ocracoke, 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 Ocracoke. That was 6.
That was 6. You nailed it. Bang, bang.
Shout out to everybody in Ocracoke because that's a really cool little island.
Is it? I've
is.
never been. Now I want to go.
It's very cool.
Okay.
Yeah. They I don't know if they still do it, but they used to let you drive your car onto the beach, but I know they stopped that for a while because people were
being assholes
driving over turtles.
Yeah. No.
And guys, don't do that. That's
like on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh no. Those are the people that I would put in an electric chair if I was president. So vote for me.
Vote for me. Thank you and goodbye.
Amen. So we stayed at the Ocean Club Hotel.
That sounds fancy.
And he had like a little cheese tray and a tray of chocolate covered strawberries with a note in the room. And he got me a 6er of High Life.
Oh, that's your favorite.
It's my favorite. I'm a classy bitch. So of course, though, on the ride over on the ferry, I was thinking, I wonder how many people have brought like body parts or shit in their car to like throw over.
I'm sure a lot.
And I said that out loud and Jack just looked at me.
As one does.
And sort of just, took 2 steps to the left.
Because he was like, huh.
So don't worry.
Might I be next?
No.
And you never know with
You're
us.
safe. So, I Googled, of course, if there were any murders that incorporated the Cape May Ferry, and there are not.
Oh,
however, I did come across one that is close, and the story itself is crazy, and the victim is local.
Oh, okay.
So today we will be talking about Kimberly Holton from Dover, Delaware.
That name sounds really familiar.
Well, it was 2003. So you probably heard the story.
It sounds very familiar. Was she young?
16 when she died.
What? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kimberly Holton was born on November 4th, 1986.
Scorpio.
Scorpio queen. There is not a ton of information on Kimberly's early childhood. However, I was able to piece together the following. Kimberly's mother struggled with addiction before having children, and even more so after having Kimberly and her brother, Warren. Multiple people have said that they were very neglected early on.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know. I believe it was family members who grew concerned and asked for a welfare check to be done on the children. Upon seeing the condition they were living in, CPS removed Kimberly and Warren from their mother's home.
Okay.
And this began their home hopping, if you will.
Oh,
I know.
I hate that.
So at first they were put with a foster parent who absolutely adored them. And from what I read, they were going to move to Tennessee. But then the grandparents came in and were like, here's my legal document. I want the kids.
Okay.
And that didn't last very long. And then they were put back into the system. So they stayed with, different foster families, different family members on and off. And when it was not proving to be in their benefit anymore from like bouncing from family members and different foster families, they were sent to an official foster home, which was located in Williamstown, New Jersey.
Okay.
The pair lived with a woman named Sherry Welsh for quite a while. And Sherry was interviewed for the show Deadly Waters with Captain Lee, which aired on the Oxygen Network, I think.
That's really big for true crime. Oxygen. Yeah,
Oh, really?
they have like Snapped and all those true crime shows. Mhm.
Well, it was on the Oxygen Network then.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. She is quoted as saying the following about Kimberly, quote, "She never had anything. I mean, really, when I got her, she was thin. She had little food and no toys."
Oh my.
End quote. I know.
This is going to piss me off, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, great.
Although Sherry did her best to give Kimberly and Warren stability and love, she did notice that Kimberly held a very deep-seated trauma. I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Right? And Sherry could see the hurt and pain, but everyone else saw Kimberly as a sweet, kind, funny girl. Mm-hmm. One of her closest friends from high school actually stated that Kimberly was one of the sweetest people you would ever meet, and she had a soft spot in her heart for all animals.
Aw.
One of the podcasts I listened to actually had this theory that she loved animals so much because she could provide the help to them that she was never provided. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, and animals are very defenseless, and she was defenseless at one point, so she probably related to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably very much so. And she loved animals so much that she had dreamt of a career that surrounded her with animals. She wanted to be a veterinarian.
Oh.
I know. And many people believe that she would eventually become a vet. Her classmates loved her, and despite the turmoil in her head, she was generally loved by all. Mm-hmm. In her teen years, she was moved from Sherry's home in New Jersey to the Machette home in Dover, Delaware. I want to point out that I could not find a lot of information on her brother, Warren. I don't think he moved with her to Sherry's home. I don't know. There is no more information.
Yeah.
There's also no record available on why she left Sherry's home.
Okay.
I did read that Kimberly would have bouts of running away only to come home a few days later, but it's not specified which home this happened in. So I do think it was later on at the Machette home.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find information verifying that.
Yeah, sometimes with these cases, it's hard.
It's heartbreaking.
Especially the ones where there's not a lot of publicity around it. Sometimes it's really hard to find information.
It was very hard, but I did it. Hooray. But from this point on, I will only be talking about Kimberly. I mean, she's the main focus of the story anyway, but I did want to mention she had a brother. His name was Warren. The end there. Yeah. Now that Kimberly was in a new home, and that home actually had a daughter of their own named Heather, Kimberly had to get adjusted to new routines and a new family.
Oh, that's got to be hard too.
Yes.
Because she's never had a sister. And
yeah. And I don't know if this was also a foster child or if it was their actual daughter.
Oh, okay.
Either way, it could not have been easy.
No,
especially as like an angsty teen. You know?
Oh, yeah.
There was one podcast I listened to that said the father of this family actually was very creepy towards Kimberly and her best friend and possibly molested her. But again, I couldn't find that anywhere other than on that podcast.
Well, so, hopefully that's not true.
I know I can't verify that information, but I am going to throw it out there because we don't know.
It's out there. But also, I mean, we know that a lot of podcasts get shit wrong.
Yeah.
So,
including us.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got to take it with a grain of salt, you know.
And I'd rather throw it out there that I could not verify it than just leave it there.
Yeah, I get it.
So Kimberly had a very hard time befriending her new foster sister. And word on the street is that there was some sisterly tension between the two. You know, like, hey, you wore my shirt and didn't ask. Or that was my granola bar. I don't have a sister, so I'm assuming that's what they would fight over. Despite this, Kimberly kept her bubbly, loving, and friendly disposition, which made it very easy for her to make new friends in Dover High School. She slowly made a name for herself and began to feel at home, despite the ongoing tension with her foster sister. Fast forward to September 30th, 2023. Kimberly was 16 at this time. The school called her foster mom to let her know that Kimberly was not on the bus that morning, and in unison, of course, did not show up for school. Foster mom Lorraine Michette immediately contacted the authorities and reported Kimberly as missing. The police took this seriously, which is really good to hear considering she was technically considered a runaway as well.
Yes, I'm actually really impressed that they took it seriously.
I know. That does not happen often.
No.
I mean, yeah, runaway teens don't get the attention that they deserve.
No.
So the police questioned Heather, her foster sister, and Heather admitted that they would bicker, but she had no idea what happened to Kimberly.
Okay.
About a week later, on October 8th, it was either a couple on a boat or some fishermen on a boat. It's one of the two. Again, this was really hard to find a lot of information for, and there's varying sources. Some say fishermen, others say a couple. So about 4 miles off of Cape May, these, I'm just going to say fishermen, came across what they thought was a floating pile of debris or, like a deer carcass that was floating in the water. Somebody might have thrown in there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And as they approached this debris, they saw it was something much worse and called the authorities. What they had found was a severely decomposed female body floating in the chilly water. When the authorities arrived and pulled the body from the water, they noted that it had been restrained with duct tape at the ankles and wrists and had a 15-foot chain wrapped around it.
Oh, so they were trying to sink her.
You wait.
It didn't work.
You wait.
Oh,
yes.
boy.
It appeared that whoever did this clearly did not expect the body to reemerge from the depths. Now, the body did spend some time at the bottom of the ocean, and they could tell this because she had crab bites along her legs.
Oh, wow.
And there are reports that say there was still a rock crab attached to her thigh.
Oh.
And they're bottom feeders, so that would mean she was on the bottom.
Right.
The body was so decomposed and waterlogged that they could only tell it was a female. And I found this super interesting. I don't know if you have heard of this or not, but one of the crime scene investigators, his name was Officer Thistle, was able to tie off her fingers.
Yes.
And inject saline.
Use them as a fingerprint to
that
identify.
Was crazy. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Crazy, right?
Yes.
It's so cool what they can do with...
listen, I was blown away. I was like, oh my God, that was genius.
Yes.
So pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It's very cool.
So yeah, they injected her fingers, tied them off, and then injected the top of her fingers with saline to essentially reinflate them. And
so
then
you could get a print.
Got a fingerprint that was viable. Yeah. So with that, they were able to find out that the body was, of course, Kimberly Holton. According to initial reports, there was no clear sign of trauma. However, when the medical examiner really dove in, he discovered blunt force trauma to the head, consistent with a fall from a minimum of 5 stories high.
Oh.
Yeah. Now they just had to figure out who, what, when, and why. And the investigation began. A detective from Delaware, as well as one from New Jersey, were both put on the case, and both jumped right in. They started with the chain. Apparently, this is something else that I learned, most chains have microscopic numbers on every single link that is applied at the time of creation. The detectives found these numbers and were able to trace the chain to a Lowe's home improvement store in Dover, Delaware.
Oh, wow.
The detectives immediately met with the manager of the Dover Lowe's, and he was able to search the specific chain along with the specific length, and boom, they found the receipt.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's really cool.
The chain, along with clamps that were also found on Kimberly, as well as cinder blocks, were all purchased together the day after Kimberly was reported missing.
I'm sorry, but it's obviously not a very smart individual that did this.
No.
That's very, very stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God. I'm assuming they were caught. I don't want to ruin it, but
I mean, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll find out.
But wow, that's really dumb.
Yeah. You think?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. The timestamp on the receipt made searching the Lowe's surveillance footage a breeze. The video footage was very grainy. I mean, it was 2003, but it showed two men purchasing the items.
Two?
Oh,
boy.
The detectives wasted no time getting photos of these men to the public for help with identification, and almost immediately they began receiving calls.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. In these calls, one name kept coming up. That name was Robert Brothers. Now, Robert himself was actually one of the callers. He recognized himself on the poster and wanted to clear his name.
Oh.
Yeah. Robert told the cops that he was with his friend Jacob Jones when he purchased the items.
Oh.
Robert didn't think anything of the items Jacob was buying because Jacob stated that he was using them to make a makeshift gym in his home.
Okay.
Considering Robert came to them and he remained calm, upfront, and as helpful as he could be, the cops deemed him trustworthy enough to ask a few questions to.
Okay.
So they asked him if there was any way Jacob was connected to a woman named Kimberly. Kimberly Holton, to be exact. Robert thought about it and calmly said, Heather.
Oh.
Remember Heather?
Oh, shit.
Kimberly's foster sister at the Machette home?
Oh, no.
Guess who her boyfriend is?
Oh, no.
It's Jacob Jones. Heather was immediately brought in for questioning and is quoted saying, and this is in between tears, she was sobbing, I swear to God, I don't know what happened to Kim. I don't know if Jacob had anything to do with this. I don't know nothing about this. All I know is I am completely innocent.
Right.
We'll get there. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. We don't know. Jacob was next on the list to be questioned. However, he did not fit a typical suspect in a murder trial. Jacob was an aeronautical student at the University of Delaware or Del State University. It's one of the two. Again, facts. He carried a 4.0 GPA and had 0 prior criminal background.
So for as smart as he was to buy all of that traceable shit at the same place with surveillance. Okay.
I mean, you can be smart, but you cannot have common sense, I guess.
I mean, I guess, what's the saying? Common sense isn't so common.
At 20 years of age, Jacob was also a licensed pilot and an instructor at the Dover Air Force Base.
At 20?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, where he would often utilize his certification to charter planes.
I can see where this is going.
Well, don't ruin it.
I will not.
The police questioned Jacob, and he told them the same thing that Robert had said. He purchased the items at the Lowe's to use as a home gym. The police were not buying it and asked him to show them his homemade gym. He refused and immediately asked for a lawyer.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh,
No,
but it's just like
stupidity.
How stupid is this guy?
Pretty fucking stupid.
Oh my God.
I
Okay,
know.
continue.
The cops did a little bit more digging into Jacob and through his supervisor at work found out that he had been acting angry. He was not showing up for his work. And when he did show up, he would often be late, which was not like him
Okay.
at all. Remembering that Jacob was a pilot, they also looked into his flight log and found that he chartered a plane from southern Delaware and flew it the evening of September 30th and returned it just 2 hours later. Following what I assume is like the black box in the plane, it showed that Jacob flew over the Atlantic Ocean and then back to Delaware in the time that he was gone. If he threw Kimberly out of the plane, this would explain the trauma to her head.
Oh.
But there's no way Jacob could have done this on his own.
Right.
Right? On October 23rd, Jacob's father contacted the detectives and told them that their son had taken his own life.
What?
Via a shotgun. However, before doing so, he admitted to his parents that he and his acquaintance, 23-year-old Michael Kaiser, had in fact murdered Kimberly Holton. Jacob told his parents that Kimberly was causing issues in her new home, especially with his girlfriend Heather, and he wanted to take care of that for her.
Mm-hmm.
Michael worked with Jacob when he was a security guard at what I believe was at the time Dover Downs, is now Bally's Casino in Dover, Delaware. But they weren't friends. He just knew him like from working security work. But that being said, guess who's next to be questioned? It's Michael. It's Michael. And this is what Michael said. Jacob asked Michael to pick up Kimberly on the night of September 29th, 2003. I think I said 2023 earlier. If I did, sorry, it's 2003. My bad. I couldn't find what the reason was or why she would have agreed to go with Michael because she didn't know him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jacob told Michael that he wanted to talk to Kimberly and discuss the issues she had with Heather to try to squash it. I'm not sure if Kimberly was told the same thing and also wanted to squash it, or if she was just going along since Jacob was a familiar face, offering her a new friend, and she was such a people pleaser, she said yes to be nice, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Michael picked up Kimberly. They went to Wawa to get some snacks. For those of you who don't know what Wawa is.
I was just going to say we need to have a little conversation about Wawa.
Wawa is freaking amazing.
Wawa is like a one-stop shop. Like they have, it's a gas station. It's kind of like Sheetz or
what's the one with the beaver on it?
Bussies?
Something like that.
Bussies? It's not as good as Bussies though. I think it's called
Bussies.
Or is it Bucky's?
Bucky's.
I'm sorry.
Bucky's. You can buy clothes in Bucky's. You can't buy clothes at Wawa.
I'm gonna say that they're superior to Wawa, but Wawa has the hoagies. And if you're from like the Delco area, it's the Ogies. The Ogies. Do they have like Hoagie Fest? Wawa Hoagie Fest?
They have Wawa Hoagie Fest.
Yeah, they do sandwiches. They do like little quick bites to eat. They do coffee,
donuts,
slushies. I mean, it's a Delaware staple.
Yeah.
It is.
The Wawa. Mm-hmm. And it's
the Wawa.
Did you know that the Wawa logo is like geese flying over a moon or a sun or whatever?
Yeah. I will say with Wawa though, if you ever go to one, just be mindful that the parking lots are always fucking crazy. There's so many people at a Wawa at any given time. I mean,
it's like a 7-Eleven, but better.
Yeah, but it's like a free-for-all in the parking lot, man. You got people pulling out. You got people pulling in. You got people crossing the street. Like, Wawa's a fucking, it's crazy.
The origin of the name Wawa, not that anybody cares, but y'all gonna find out. The name comes from the unincorporated community of Wawa, Pennsylvania, where the company's first dairy farm was established in 1902.
Yes, because Wawa like originated in PA.
Yes. The indigenous connection is the town itself was named after an indigenous word for goose. Some sources state it comes from the Ojibwe.
Ojibwe?
Sure. Word wawa, which is pronounced way for snow goose, but has been translated to Wawa.
That's actually really cool. I didn't know that.
And the company chose a goose as its logo due to this connection.
Okay.
Now we know.
A little fun fact about Wawa.
The more you know.
They have really good turkey and cheese pinwheels, by the way.
Listen, right now it's the gobbler's back.
Oh, that's right.
Y'all don't know about the gobbler.
So the gobbler is, it's basically Thanksgiving in a hoagie.
Yeah.
It's cranberry sauce, it's stuffing, it's turkey, it's all.
You can get it in a mashed potato bowl, all that on a mashed potato bowl. It's my favorite. I'm
That's
so
funny.
fat and I'm okay with it. Yeah, but Capriotti's originated the Bobby.
The Bobby, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby's superior.
Y'all need to come to Delaware, man. We got some bangers. We got some banger food here.
We do, but it's also pretty boring here. So maybe just do like a day trip on the way to like, I don't know,
Baltimore,
Washington, or Philly or
any of them.
Yeah.
New York even. We're only 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get back to the story. I'm so sorry of the digression. For the digression and the
we
words.
had to explain Wawa though because a lot of people don't know what Wawa is.
It's
so
true.
there you go.
Yeah. Well, now you know. You're welcome. Okay. So since our little, what is it? Diatribe on Wawa? Doesn't matter.
Wawa digression.
Yeah. Wawa digression. I like that. Anywho, they went to Wawa. They got some snacks. After that, they met Jacob at a budget motel where they were supposed to talk.
Oh, that's never good.
I know. At one point, Kimberly excused herself to use the bathroom, and Jacob finally told Michael his true reason of bringing Kimberly to the hotel. He is quoted saying, "Jake tells me he wants to kill her, and he wanted me to help him kill her and dispose of the body. I told him he was nuts. I didn't want no part of it."
But he still did it.
Yeah. I wanted to leave. He told me basically that if I didn't help him, he would kill me.
You still have a choice.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Well, at that point,
that sounds awful, but
No.
you still have a fucking choice.
Yep. At that point, there could be 2 against 1.
Right. And you could be like, all right, let me go out and get something from the car real quick. I'll be right back. And then you just fucking run and go get help. Like, come
Bye.
on. You always
Exactly.
have a choice. Like, that shit just pisses me the fuck off. Sorry.
No,
Continue.
I agree. At this point, according to Michael, he had to go along with the plan or he would also lose his life. He said that when Kimberly left the bathroom...
Hold for a moment.
Okay.
This is the big security guard that feared for his life with this dude, this 20-year-old?
Well, they were security guards together, and neither one of them were big. They were both like maybe $130.
Continue.
Okay, I shall. He said that when Kimberly left the bathroom, he grabbed her and held her down while Jacob wrapped a foam cord around her neck and then smothered her with a pillow. She stopped moving. He took her pulse, and around 2 a.m., Kimberly was dead. The 2 men then moved Kimberly to the trunk of Jacob's car, where it was then transported to Cheswold, Delaware, which is southern Delaware, loaded her body onto the plane, and then dumped her body into the ocean.
Wow.
On October 24th, Michael was arrested and ultimately found guilty of first-degree murder and conspiracy, and he was sentenced to life behind bars. The detectives stated that the only reason Kimberly was found was because she was thrown from such a high altitude on the plane. When her body hit the water, it was like hitting concrete. Mm-hmm. Even the cement bricks that they had attached to her shattered when they hit the water.
Holy shit.
So, I mean, you think about a cement block. If you throw it from a very high amount, it's going to like dissolve essentially.
Yeah.
And because she was so high up, she hit the water at like between 100 and 130 miles per hour. And that's how she got the head trauma.
Ugh.
As I stated before, she did sink to the bottom. Mm-hmm. But without those cinder blocks, Kimberly was able to float to the top, be discovered, and bring justice to herself. Heather was not found guilty on any accounts. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, part of me feels bad for her because if her boyfriend was just a fucking psycho, like trying to help her, I don't know. Like, it probably would have ended up being Heather. Or maybe she knew. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I find it very odd that this 20-year-old boy, I'm going to say boy, I mean,
Yeah.
just plotted on his own to kill this girl for no reason other than, oh, she was causing issues in the house.
Yeah.
I just have questions
Same.
that, I mean, are never going to get answered. I find it a little far-fetched that he just did this of his own accord and she knew nothing about it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do.
Okay.
So long story long, Kimberly was murdered by Jacob. Mm-hmm. Jacob had an accomplice by the name of Michael. Mm-hmm. They worked security together a casino in Dover. And Jacob offed himself, and Michael is behind bars for life. The end.
Wow. And Heather's just out there floating around because she was found not guilty.
But yeah, I wonder if she still lives in Delaware.
Did she go on trial?
I don't believe she did. No, I think they just kind of let her go.
I don't know how I feel about this, to be perfectly honest with you.
Me either. According to investigators and later court testimony, Heather and Kimberly did not get along. Their relationship was described as volatile and full of teenage rivalry. Some reports suggest the tension between the two may have contributed to Kimberly wanting to leave the Machette home, or to the people she ended up associating with before her murder.
Kimberly's foster mother told detectives that her ex-husband was accused of sexually assaulting Kimberly, and his trial was in a matter of days. This goes way deeper. Yeah.
So of everything that I read and all the podcasts that I listened to, there was only one that mentioned that. Heather is out there just floating around. God bless her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, did we just say again at the same time?
Dibs.
Again, I don't know how I feel about this.
Same. I don't know. I don't know if she knew something, if she didn't know anything. I don't know. Heather, if you're out there, hit us up. Feel free to come on and tell us your side. We'd love to hear it, honestly.
Yeah, I don't like to pass judgment until I have more information, but I will say that it's a little suspect to me. I mean, it's... Yeah. I'm not saying that she had anything to do with it or knew about it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look good.
It doesn't.
It's not a good look,
no.
You know?
And if she didn't have anything to do with it, again, I do, my heart goes out to her, because you have people that are constantly going to be judging and being like, oh, what do you know?
Well, yeah, and it's hard too, because she told investigators that they did not have a good relationship, that they didn't get along.
Yeah,
so...
but she was honest with that.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? And
well, she had to be, because I'm sure that, I mean, even her own boyfriend said that they were having issues, and that's why he killed her.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I mean, it wouldn't be a good look for her to go in there and be like, oh no,
she was my bestie.
Yeah, because it's like, no, they weren't.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. You guys are welcome to look on like Reddit and stuff. There's some additional rumors out there, but we're not throwing that shit in here just because we don't know what's true and what's not.
Rumors are hard because, I mean, you don't want to put false information out there.
Yep.
And Delaware is a really small state, and people from here know that, like, the rumor mill is crazy.
It's
like,
nuts.
if you ask anybody anything, they're going to tell you something that they heard.
Yep. Whether it's true or not, they're still going to tell you.
Right. And then unfortunately, one person says incorrect information, and then it just trickles down, and then it's in so many sources and so many articles and so many podcasts that it's like it's seen as the word when it's not. So,
yep.
Wow.
Yep. It's a lot.
It is really sad though. I did Google a picture of her, and she's really pretty.
I know. I just like that she liked animals and wanted to be a veterinarian. And she, even though she had that deep-seated trauma, she was still kind.
She just had a real shit life, man.
She had a shit life.
Sucks. It really does suck. I feel like some people are just... I hate to say this, but it's like some people are just placed on this earth and just like... They're just put here for everything to fucking go wrong.
I know.
Why is it like that for some people?
I don't know. Someday, hopefully, we'll find out, but I don't know.
Some people just like it's like they just have no shot whatsoever. Like you're. I mean, she was born into substance abuse, and it's just like she never had a chance, and that's really fucking sad.
The thing that really, really breaks my heart is her grandparents had a chance to right that. They took her away from a foster parent who could have
given her a great life,
and then took her back in, and then was like, never mind.
That's really shitty.
That's fucked up. I hate it. I know.
Poor thing. That must have been so scary for her.
I know. God bless. I don't want to think about that because I just... Well, at least the one guy's in jail and the other guy took the pussy way out, but He gone.
Yeah.
God, and he could have had such a great life. He was a pilot at 20 in the aeronautic, whatever.
Why would you throw your entire life away for some dumb shit like that?
Common sense isn't that common. That's what you said.
It makes no sense.
It's stupid. But it does break my heart. I mean, I hope you at least enjoyed the story. It was one I didn't think
I've never
heard of.
I've never heard of that story before.
And just the fact that he put her on a plane and dropped her into the ocean. I can't.
It's like
that
a
blew my
movie.
mind. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she has head trauma, but it's like postmortem, like what happened kind of thing. I don't know.
Wow. And just the fact that this 20-year-old had access to a whole entire airplane.
Well, he charted them regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It said in there he was an instructor. He was teaching people how to fly airplanes.
A 20-year-old.
At 20. I don't know that I would take lessons from a 20-year-old. No offense. Maybe I would.
It's going to be a hard no from me.
Yeah.
20's real young.
20's really young.
I'm sorry.
Although when you are 20, you don't think it's that young.
No, you don't, but it's real young. I mean, I look back to when I was 20 and I was fucking dumb. So
I had a guy at the bar. I ID'd him because he looked like he was 12. And he's like, man, I'm old. I'm 23. And he did the lip smack. That's why I did it there.
He said, I'm old.
Like,
I'm 23.
I'm getting old, man. I'm 23. I went, oh my God, you're so old.
Oh, you
Poor
sweet
thing.
summer child.
I was
just
like,
wait.
It's like, you're young as shit. You better freaking enjoy your youth. You don't even know.
Shit, I remember when I turned 30 and I was like, my life is over. I'm 30. Well, I'm still ticking.
Here we are. Here we are.
Yeah. But you know what? Growing old is a privilege.
100%.
It's a privilege. And I may complain about getting older. I may complain about getting wrinkles. But look at all the people that we talk about on this podcast that did not have the privilege of aging.
It's true.
So
yeah,
I do think about that quite often.
We got to live our lives for them.
You have to live your life to the fullest. You really, really do. You got to do what you love and love what you do, except murder. Yeah. And with that, we will see you next Tuesday.
But don't be one.
Bye.
Bye.